So this photo you're seeing is myself, and currently I am working as a DevOps engineer at TCS, Data Consulting Services. So DevOps is like it's more on kind of methodology in software development. That's where my position is. And my hobbies are playing badminton and traveling to new places and trekking. These kind of activities I do in my leisure time.
So same, I'm Kalyan. So I'm working in ThoughtWorks as a Java developer. So as a backend developer, generally you will see the websites, right? Suppose Amazon.com, eBay.com, any websites. So I try to develop those websites on the backend. Okay. So and my hobbies are like generally studying sports, watching sports and playing sports. Try to spend a lot of sports actually. I like football. I'm not sure who all like football, but
Okay. Yeah, this session we want to majorly talk on the artificial intelligence that is booming up. Like a few years back, like the trend was evolving. So this session is more like how you can understand AI and use it in a right direction, not to depend on it, like to understand the in-depth and core concepts of AI and how you can utilize it and be more productive in your day-to-day activities. So let's get started. So at the end, we will be having a more time to have like interactive kind of questions. So in between, let's go to the slides.
you are okay with the pace, right? The speed we are going.
Yeah.
Please stop if you have any doubts.
So let's go with English. So coming to what is AI. So the definition itself is tells like AI is like a human intelligence from a different entity. So the definition is like it's a AI involves creating machines or software that can perform tasks requiring human intelligence. So whatever our brain works in such a way that we'll be having when there is our brain works in a different way, right? So it's not programmatic. So we'll be having emotions, we'll be having information. So everybody has its own intellect. The same way the machines can also perform in such a intelligence. So that is the whole purpose of AI.
Please listen, you don't need to write. And the point we are okay. No?
Yeah.
So we just want you to enable or enhance yourself. That's it. We don't want you to take notes and concentrate on the notes. Okay?
So before beginning, actually, I just wanted to know what do you know about AI? I think many of you are using ChatGPT for your assignments. Is it?
Only Google.
I know this guy is using. Are you screaming like this?
You're very hands to us, right? When you're sitting down.
Are you using ChatGPT?
Yes, sir.
So you know about it. Okay.
Nice.
You know, everybody knows. Like we don't need to present them. Okay. So it covers like teaching computers to think. Like so the AI, like we will teach the machine so how itself it can start thinking itself. Like before AI, like so there used to be certain programs, instructions, and that is repeating, and the machine used to deliver that results. But after AI coming into picture, so we will train the machine like to perform its own activities in a more intellectual way. So example, so you must be using smartphones, Alexa, Amazon Alexa, Siri, and you'll ask like play music like that. Like you'll give her some prompt and it will give automatically with its own intelligence and you'll get the results. So how AI works, like the core principles are like behind the mechanism of AI, it's machine learning and deep learning. So machine learning itself, like so we will teach the machine with some kind of data models. So it will train from the data. So what is deep learning? Deep learning is a like large sets of data. So let's say so ChatGPT, right? It's behind the deep learning network. Like the World Wide Web has like a lot of data in place. So it will combine all the data sources and it will automatically train itself and it will give you the results. So that kind of mechanism involving deep learning. and also it will learn over the experience. So let's say the chat GPT, the version that released in 2019, may give you slower, inaccurate results, but all the time, the year by new versions will give you more accurate results actually. So it will, that means it's learning by his experience. And the real world example, so you can see like you must be using some Gmails or something. So there will be some promotional emails automatically getting detected and they will be sending to the junk box. So always learning will happen with this framework.
So neural networks and deep neural networks. So I think everyone knows our brain is completely neurons, right? I think you know the diagram of neuron, how basically. So our brain is basically complex of neurons with different type of neurons will work together. So like I'm not sure if you know, in our brain generally the way we see means basically convincedi it will process in some part of our brain. Okay. The way we hear, but in it will process in some part of the brain. So brain is divided into multiple parts, right? Where each one has different capabilities. Okay, maybe the frontal part is more about it will process the visual things. The back part will more learning about the sound, right? So there are different parts of the brain, and in the brain basically we have neurons. Okay? What basically neurons do? They will try to process and send signals. Correct. So when we are seeing something, suppose a ball is coming at us, okay, we know we need to dodge it. Taglodu manaki, tappinchukovali. Ante what our brain, our eyes will send signals to brain. Brain will process it. Brain will send signals to body. That you need to dodge. A ball వచ్చే బాల్ మనం తప్పించుకోవాలని మన ఐస్ ద్వారా బ్రెయిన్కి వెళ్ళి బ్రెయిన్ మన బాడీ చెప్తుంది, రైట్? సో ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే in a neural networks, what will happen is there are lot of nodes, neural nodes. These will try to process. So in the same way how our brain works, we are trying to implement in a computer. That's it. So neural networks is nothing but multiple combination network of nodes. Okay. So that's why we are calling it artificial intelligence. Generally our brain is intelligent, right? It is artificial. It is not natural. Computer is not natural object, right? So that's why we are calling it an artificial intelligence. Under the artificial intelligence, we have neural networks. Neural networks is basically inspired by human brain. Okay? Okay. And we have deep neural networks. Okay? As I was mentioning, different parts of brains have different functionalities. Right? In the same way, some parts have more capabilities of to do particular tasks. So that is deep neural networks. Okay? Example, handwriting recognition. Okay? Basically, how do you recognize handwriting? Do you recognize by ears, mouth? No. We recognize by eyes. We are seeing it through the visual representation. We are trying to recognize, right? So, in the same way, example, handwriting recognition. So, there are specialties of it which it processes. Okay. Yeah.
Microsoft Designer is there, right? Is it a neural network?
Microsoft Designer.
Means it will design the photos what we want.
Yeah. So every software is not only dependent on one type of AI. Okay. Under the AI, we have neural networks, we have machine learning. Okay. We have image processing things, everything. So we can't do one task using one time. Suppose if at all we want to play football, we need to listen to our friends. We need to see the ball. Our body should move, right? It is a combination of things. So depending on what usage, we will write it. Okay. Writing exam doesn't need our body to move. It just needs our hands to move. Call the exam writer. But playing football needs our legs to move. Okay. So depending on it, internally there are a lot of things. Okay. Yeah. Large language models. So what are large language models is basically how AI will try to generate human-like text, right? So if at all a machine will talk to us in a machine language, we can't understand, right? I am able to communicate with you because you and I are talking in the same language. It may be either Hindi, English, Telugu, whatever. If at all I come and talk in Hebrew with you and no one knows Hebrew, there is no proper communication, right? So Basically, large language models are used to generate human-like text, like how we write a poem, how we tell a story, right? In order to understand, okay? Generally, computer language we don't understand. As a humans, we only try to understand the language which we speak. So, large language models are used in such a way that it will try to tell us, we will try to tell us what we want, okay? So, for that specification, large language models are used, okay? And so there are diverse applications for this, like ChatGPT, okay? We are asking it in English, right? We are saying we want something, we want one paragraph, we want this image. We are trying to communicate in the way we will communicate. So using large language models, it will try to understand what we are saying, okay? Example ChatGPT, chatbots, translation services. Suppose Alexa, we'll tell Alexa in a language which we speak. We'll ask Alexa play some song, right? It will try to process using large language model and try to understand what we are asking. Okay? This is part of it. Okay?
So one use case, you can use this AI in generative AI like content writing. So in the beginning I used to do like you must be already using for your essays and all. So you can still use the AI. It doesn't mean that you don't want to burden your brain. You have to be more creative in a normal manner and also use AI to enhance your creative writing and all. Using such a way that like you'll be not compromised and you'll be so dependent on the AI. Use it because it's available. You have to use it, but use it in a right way that your intellectual should not be compromised. So you can use like let me go to the ChatGPT. So there are like yeah. You can actually ask let's say write a lyrics praising Narendra Modi. So ChatGPT instead of like spending so much time, I mean if we need to write a poem, right, we'll take like at least minimum 3-4 hours. We need to feel about the person. We have to be emotionally price him, but ChatGPT will do it in a very fraction of seconds. So further you can copy these lyrics, and there are available like some other tools like lyrics to song AI. So you can put this lyrics and you will get a musical way of composition of this song also. So that's how the AI is doing wonders in creative space also. So image processing and computer vision. So he was telling Microsoft Designer like it will give some images, right? So there are like a couple of tools in the market. So one such one I use is InvokeAI. So there is a hosted site, and also you can host this in your any of your machines also. So this website you can just enter some keywords and it will automatically give you some graphical representation of that keywords. Let's say here imprintable mountain fortress heroic, some keywords were there. The same picture was displayed here, auto generated. So some other like facial recognition. So or rather all is like it's not AI but it's like more into data recognition and all. But again, those we can combine behind the AI, like the data is at most the valuable asset, right? So these are like some of the use cases.
Prompt engineering. Okay. So from the three rows, who is a better artistic person? Or bad Royce? Okay. From this row, who is a better cricket player? from this row, who is a better singer? Just consider this. Anyone can. Okay. So we got 3 different kinds of a data sets coming here, or 3 different kinds of applications. Okay. The first one is better in art. The second one is better in third one singing. Okay. So 3 has different kinds of functionalities and specialties. Okay. For you 3, I'll ask you a question, and so one by one you need to tell what comes first to your mind. Okay. Tell me about something. The mind just said, tell me about something. And it's not a word. Just tell me about something. Give me some sentence.
2 3 lines.
2 lines. Everyone please be silent.
Anything you can tell.
Anything. Some random shit. Others, please silent.
Sports is my favorite.
Okay.
I like to play.
Okay. Done. So, tell me about something.
Lyrics. ChatGPT. You can tell like you want.
Tell something.
You need.
Okay. One more sentence. ఏదో ఒకటి పర్లేదు. Silence, please. అందరూ వింటున్నారా? Tell me about something.
When it's tournaments, how can I play?
Okay. So we asked the same question to 3 different kinds of applications here. Was the response is same? The first one is talking about sports. The second one is talking about his interest. Okay. The third one is talking about some other. Okay. Yeah. So the question is same, but the response is different. Okay. If at all I ask them, tell me about India.
India is a democratic country.
Nice. Tell me about India.
Yeah, more facilities for sports.
Tell me about India.
It's about independence of 1947.
Okay. So you understand? Now when I made them to give me about India, silence.
Yeah, it's fine. Let it be.
Okay. Everyone concentrate please. So when I asked them about India, the responses I got is about India, right? But when I asked them about the something, I got different kinds of responses. Okay. Prompt engineering tells about, in order to get the response, you need to give prompts in a way you need. It should not be generic. You need to be specific. Okay. అర్థమైందా? ఏదైనా మీకు ఒకటి కావాలి అంటే దాని గురించి అడగాలి. We need to give prompt to the AI so that we want about specific things. It's not about random. If at all we ask random, it will give random. Okay? That is prompt engineering. You need to understand how to give your prompts. So basically what we'll do in ChatGPT, we'll ask it a question. We'll ask, tell me about India. Then it will give us about India. If at all we ask, tell me about something, it may give something to you, it may give something to her. Right? So prompt engineering is about how we ask it. Okay? It is all it. Okay? Suppose consider you can. Okay? Consider he is running one, what do you say, some rocket company. Okay? He wants to launch rocket to the space. Okay? There is some kind of a problem. Okay? So what will you do?
If it is any technical problem, I will ask the technicians
Yeah.
about what is the problem in that. I will make them solve it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yes, thank you. Okay. Suppose I am running a rocket company. Okay. And I want to get the problem solved. My team is not able to do it. I am thinking of using AI. Okay. I will recruit one English professor, one nuclear physicist. Okay. Who will perform better? Nuclear physicist. Even though I am using AI, the performance which the nuclear physicist is using will be better because he knows what is happening. Suppose if at all the English professor comes and will tell, my rocket is not going up, what should I do? what will AI say? It will say, please make your rocket stand still. It should not sleep. Okay. You need to fire before it. That's why it should shot. Okay. It will give this kind of responses, right? Suppose if at all I tell the same to intuitive, he will try to understand what is problem. He may ask the question, I am not able to get enough power in the internal combustion chamber. What is the what is the thrust or output should I give? Then it may give answer. Okay. So I am just telling you, in order to use AI, you need to know. It's not, we can't depend on it. Okay. AI is nothing but knowledge which is abundance. As you folks will use Google search. Everyone will use Google search, right? So Google will also give us information. If at all we want some PPT on the Newton's third law, we can search in the Google. Google will give us. AI will also give us. But AI is basically giving in a usable format. If at all we ask, it will give content. In Google, we need to search it. We need to analyze what is better. Okay. So basically, we should not be depending on it. We should know. Then only AI will perform better. Prompt engineering will tell us. Okay. At any point of time, AI can give random shit to you. It is not proper, it is not accurate. Because it will try to, it has lot of knowledge. AI knows everything. If at all you ask random, it will give you random. It thinks in some other way. So in order to use AI, in order to enhance its capabilities, you need to know first. Okay. You should not be depending on AI for your capabilities. Right? You need to enhance the capabilities using AI. Basically, you need to have some knowledge and you can enhance it. It's basically the knowledge which is abundance and you need to use it. You should not be depending completely on it. Prompt engineering basically tells that you need to ask proper question. In order to ask proper question, you should know what is happening. Like I was mentioning, you need to know what is happening in a rocket. We can't get some random dude and ask him, it will get solved. Okay? So AI in everyday life. So what are the different capabilities of AI in everyday life? A smartphone with voice assistants. Like we have iPhone has Siri, Amazon has Alexa, right? So these are different capabilities AI can use. Social media suggestions. So in order, basically, if at all you are trying to purchase some kind of a product in Amazon more frequently, it will try to give you something. Suppose if at all you are buying washing machine, Amazon will tell you can also buy washing machine cover. Both are related. How we basically means what AI can do, I'm just telling. So it basically enhances the capabilities of how what one person needs depending on his behavior, what he's doing in life. Okay. A healthcare diagnosis. So now AI has also enhanced itself. Suppose if at all we can give the AI X-ray, it will try to identify what happened. Okay. It will try to tell the diagnosis also what should need to be done. The AI has reached that level, but in order to reach that level, in order to use that, you should also know what is happening. It's just not that everyone can use the AI, right?
Yeah. So using like Kalyan said, like we have to use AI in a very ethical way. I mean, there are like a lot of privacy concerns. So some of your whatever the medium that you are using, your data can be stealed. So I mean, there could be like worldwide disasters also. Like there are proven disaster happen. So you have to use AI in a proper way. So don't compromise your the confidential data. Let's say you must be sometime by mistake you can pass your passwords and all. So that's where like hackers can steal your. Maybe you might not be having that many concerns now, but going forward, like after your 10 years, so you will be actively engaging your phones and all. So there would be like some kind of disasters you can experience.
So I just want to add one point. I just want to add one real-time example. So one of my friends, she is actually working in US. She has completed her master's in computer science, and she is doing an internship. Okay, she don't know about this privacy concerns of AI. What she did is she was writing some kind of a code. What she did is she tried to copy complete code and paste it into AI and try to get it solved. Later they came to know that she did that. She lost her job because she has given everything to the AI. Means the information is public. There is a data leak, right? This can happen. So you need to be very careful whenever you use AI. Okay, it's just a small example, the real-time example which I have used in my life. Okay, so privacy is very important. It can do anything because AI has much capabilities. Anything can happen. There will good persons who use it in a proper way. There may be bad person who want to exploit, right? Okay.
So like Kalyan said, like the A cannot be 100% true. So the results that you're getting from the A, sometimes it's biased. You will not get the proper and the proven results. So you don't need to trust A all the time. So it's based out of the results are always based out of the data it's trying. So you cannot actually depend on the A every time. So ultimately the decision maker is yours. So you need to pick the right outcome that is you're getting from the A. So let's say on such example, if rocket as if rocket might be in a sleep position, so you cannot do that, right? So it's all based out of data. So I mean, due to AI's evolving trend, there is a concern about like losing the jobs also, that's and whatever the people are doing the manual things, the AI can come into picture and automate it, so that there are very concerns in the jobs that are available in the market. But there are other surveys that AI can boost up the number of the jobs with having more capabilities of handling AI things. So if you are well trained in the AI, so there are surveys that you can get better jobs with the AI's integration. So yeah. So in healthcare also, Kalyan told, we can, let's say you got some reports out of your blood samples or something, you can use the AI to determine your condition of your health. So it can give you some better insights. So you can leverage the AI in healthcare also. Yeah, like we already discussed, so you can create some playlists, some music, compose your own music using AI, and some creative works also can be done. And you can sometimes interact in a fun conversation when you feel bored with AI, like, hey Siri or hey ChatGPT, give me some jokes. It will provide some jokes, and it can also be used in some mental well-being also. So you can have that emotional connect with the AI, so that it can give you some good advices, like when you are in sad. So what makes me feel, hey ChatGPT, when I'm feeling very sad, like what can be done? So it can give you best results, like hey, do meditate, or like go out, go for a swimming, like go and play cricket. So those kind of mental and emotional bonding also you can maintain with the AI tools. So one video I would like to demonstrate. So using AI, some of the work done. Yeah, you can get started. What's in this video?
AI video generators becoming this good, you can now get anything animated in an unimaginable way. Like, you think it's just a normal Mona Lisa, but suddenly you see a Mona Lisa wearing a hat, sunglasses, or even drinking tea. Back in February 2024, Sora from OpenAI was announced with jaw-dropping pure text-to-video demo videos. There have been various AI video generators that can either generate videos based on images or a reference video. In today's video, I'll be sharing the easiest way to animate or turn an image into a video using the ultimate AI video generator tool called Wondershare Verbo. Let's get started. First, head over to the Wondershare Verbo home screen. This platform is packed with amazing features, but today, we're focusing on the Talking Photo feature. Click on Talking Photo and then upload your desired photo. You can either select a photo from Verbo's extensive AI-generated photo library or upload a photo of your liking, but make sure it's a clear front-facing portrait to ensure the feature works perfectly. Once your photo is uploaded, click Next. Now, it's time to make your image speak. Input the text you want the image to say. Next, choose a voiceover from Wondershare's vast library to give your animated photo the perfect voice. But wait, there's more. You can add subtitles to make your video accessible to everyone. Plus, You can choose background music from Verbo's extensive collection to enhance the overall feel of your video. Once you've customized everything to your liking, just click Create Video. Watch as Wondershare Verbo works its magic, turning your static image into a lively, talking photo. In just moments, you'll have a stunning AI-generated video that's ready to share.
Try Wondershare Verbo and rock your video production.
And there you have it. Animating photos and turning them into engaging videos has never been easier, thanks to Wondershare Verbo. This powerful AI video generator transforms your images into dynamic videos effortlessly. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tips and tricks. Don't forget to try
the guy is
Wondershare
speaking,
Verbo
he is
and
a
rock your video
clone, not a
production.
real guy.
Thanks
He's a
for
clone of
watching.
some
See
image.
you in the next video.
The video is back
And one more video I would like to show. There was a recent conference in China on AI. So you see like so these are all robots. Yeah, so at the end, like I would like to demonstrate something we did. Like we are developing some product in that, like we have used the AI feature. So that I would like to demonstrate. So before that, like yeah, I'll open one image. So what do you see in this image? Just a vegetable basket, right? Some vegetables in it. So I will copy this image. So I will paste it in this AI tool, ChatGPT. I will ask ChatGPT, give me the items list in that image. So it automatically detected what's the inventory in that basket and it's given me the list, right? So carrots, corn, asparagus, some like the continental vegetables. So like here is one of our website. So this is one of the website I'm handling. So this is for to generate invoice for the shopkeepers and wherever the invoices needs it. So we have leveraged the same kind of principles in our website. So in this website, like there is a add items feature. So here there is a AI item builder. So if we click it, the moment we upload the same image, so it's in this website also, like it's analyzing the image and giving us the inventory. You see the same inventory has detected here. So in this way, like we can integrate the AI features to our custom applications. So let's say in future, some of you might be already interested in software development now. So these kind of advancements we can do leveraging AI. So here the use case is, so we need to add the products. So how quickly we can add, like the moment, let's say we have a shop, the moment when the vegetable vendors provided the vegetables, all the stock came, So simply we can take a photo and we can upload in our inventory management website, and we'll get the list. And simply we need to edit, and we need to make this. I mean the stock. The stock inventory details in our website, and that's how easy it is. So before the shopkeeper might have used Excel and manual entries and all. So using these kind of AI features, he can automate and he can maintain his inventory in a very efficient and very smooth manner. So this is the one example that I developed. Yeah, with this I would like to close the session. Yeah, we can now have some
Q&A.
Q&A.
Anyone having doubt, please raise hand. We try to cover out. Any doubts? You can ask about it.
Who invented AI?
It's not one person actually. So AI is.
It's a continuous process actually.
It's not
I
about
had
one
like
person.
it was started way back 1950s.
Yeah, not bigger. So it's not one person. So generally, AI is nothing but a complex algorithm. Okay, one person has developed one algorithm. The other person has improved it actually. So in the way it has developed, it's not one person actually. Maybe the person he is mentioning is a founder of company. It's not that he has developed the company. He has developed the AI. It's just the computer algorithm we write and we are trying to enhance it. Yeah. Anyone can ask it. Basically, we andarki em teliyadu. So don't feel about like whether you know or not.
Yeah,
You
like
can
you
ask about
said,
anything.
the AI research paper was first presented in 1950. So that's how like every year like there was active research. Every year something is other getting developed, and slowly like the boom gets started recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's not like one day one person. It's a like combined collaboration across the world. There are a lot of people involved. Yeah. So I think 1950 is where like the first paper on AI was published.
Any more questions?
Any more questions?
అందరికంతా అర్థమైందా డౌట్ లేదు
You don't need to ask questions on AI itself. Like you can ask any question.
నథింగ్
Which course you want to take? I'm into masters in computer applications.
సో మీన్స్
Can we link the AI with our neurons?
that is also happening. So generally we know, right? So what is the smartest thing in the world? Humans, right? So basically human brain capability ఇంతవరకు మనకు రాలేదు. There are supercomputers, but until now we know human brain is one of the smartest thing. We are not able to explore more, but so there are things happening in order to integrate computers with the humans also. So means we can't predict and we can't basically tell what is right and what is wrong here. Anything can happen, right? So means when I was studying in my college, AI was not at all there. We were completely dependent on Google. I think in the last few couple of years after the COVID, the AI boom got started. Even though it was started in 1950, so we don't know what can happen. Anything can happen, right? So and also it's not like we want everyone to be into AI or we want everyone to basically get into computer engineering or computer development. We just want you to enhance your capabilities. First you know, suppose a person who is there, he basically likes drawing. Okay. So if at all he wants to improve his drawing skills, previously he used to use YouTube. He used to go to some class. He used to search in Google. Now he can use AI in order to enhance his capabilities. That's it. We are not imposing or telling that this is the only feature. It is basically previously there were no computers, right? Either computers or live. Everyone used to write books. Right? Even in the banks, they used to have ledgers, long ledgers. The banks does not have the computers. Later the computer era came. Now every bank is computerized. We have like the account balance is basically digital. So next is AI. So basically we can use this in order to improve our life. That's what we want to do.
ఇందాక జనరేట్ చేయొచ్చు అన్నాక పిక్చర్ అదేమంటే
Invoke AI.
Invoke.
You want me to spell it out?
No.
INVOKE.
K.
Space here.
I studied in Vardhaman College, Shamshabad.
Jain University. Hey, you don't need to ask questions related to AI only. You can ask any question.
Any question? It's just an interactive session. We are not teachers who are trying to give marks on your performance on question.
Can we use AI with AI scientific?
Yeah, they are like AI for kids. So you start with the basics.
Right now,
They are I thought of presenting this.
we can try to do, but we are not sure whether it is 100%. It can happen.
I thought of presenting it, but this is not the right courses that recommended for you. But you can get started with whatever the basics.
AI is only used in
The way we write code is developed.
Like I said,
AI
AI can be used anywhere.
There are lots of
This is the future I developed.